Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with horse racing tips for, let me just double check, Friday the 1st of December. Well, let's get straight into it. So, we're talking about Friday selections. We never quite know whether, we don't quite know whether the meeting's going to be on. So if you can do me a quick favour before I go through them, if you can give me a like, that'd be absolutely great. I don't know why, but we had a huge amount of visitors on the last video. It's a lot for me anyway. 1,400 or 1.4k as YouTube will tell us. That's about, I think it's about double my biggest ever video, and it wasn't even a decent day's racing. So thanks for watching. But if you can give me a like or a subscribe, that's great. So let's get straight into the video. So I was going to, I am going to answer the question, but your username is user LL3. Obviously, it's a picture of Borat, so I'm going to answer your question. Wrong page. Right, there we go. So, do I like the look of Whelan's Bridge? Yes, I think it's got every chance. However, I am concerned about Rose Dobbin first time out. A stable seems to be doing okay. I personally think that the distance is a fraction on the sharp side for it, because I think it could do a little bit further, but I do believe it will be going chase. It'll be going over fences very shortly. But yeah, it's the best horse in the race. It's number one because of it. Is it fair? Because if it isn't fair, it's going to struggle under top weight. Yes, I do think it's got plenty of form to give it a chance. However, I do think there's alternatives. I shall go through them now. So there you go, Whelan's Bridge, currently 18-1. Sky Better paying first 6 instead of first 4. I have actually had a look at, this isn't the selection by the way, Big Beehive, done nothing. But the Jonathan England and Sam England stable are absolutely flying. I did also, it's miles out the handicap, but I thought that African Sun had a chance, very, very, very slim chance, and Magna Moralia, but those aren't the selections. So let me get into it. Yeah, I've had a football bet for tonight. It was never going to be a tip because it was a last minute thing. And there you can see old Boris. Forget that. Right, let's get into it. So it's a 13 pence each way, lucky 15. And it's also a 55 pence each way accumulator to take it to a fiver. So the first selection is Fortune Favours the Bold at 28-1 in the 11.45 at Doncaster, paying 4 places instead of 3. I've looked at the breeding on this one and I've used the flat starts because Soldier of Fortune, that sire, the progeny want miles and miles, but also they like quick ground. I'm not saying for 1 second Doncaster is like concrete, but it's good ground. And I believe this horse will appreciate the slightly quicker ground that it's been experiencing so far. I do believe it'll appreciate the trip, and I do also appreciate that it's shown next to nothing. And I do also appreciate that Christian Williams normally trains, or the vast majority of his horses are generally turn into 3-mile chasers. It's exactly the kind of stamp that Trevor Hemmings. It would be the ideal trainer for Trevor Hemmings' horses, or the is it the exes of Trevor Hemmings, because I think he's dead now. But yeah, so I think because it's a dreadful race, this horse could sneak a place. I have made a slight error because what I was going to do is I was going to place half the stake at SP on all the selections and the other half taking the prices. So I've got 28-1. I do actually think it'll go much bigger than that, but I think it could sneak a place. On form, it's supposed to run no race whatsoever, but I think it's got a sneak. The next selection is Gooseman at 10-1 in the 2.25 at Newbury, paying 4 places instead of 3. This horse ran a really decent race in a selling handicap hurdle. Yeah, you heard it right. And now it steps up massively in distance, in class, over Chasers. Well, it was a decent chase performer for Tom Taff. It still is owned by Mrs. Fitzroy, which is a powerful connection. It's been gelded, so there won't be breeding off it. And I think if it could get a relatively easy lead, find its feet, Gavin Sheehan on board, who is very good from the front. If it can get an easy lead, I think if it gets into rhythm, it could be hard to peg back. Obviously, it's been kept in training for a reason, and I think they still see a little bit of sparkle in the horse, and I think it's got a chance. The next selection is Hugo's New Horse at 16-1 in the 3 o'clock at Newbury. They're only paying first 2 in this race, and it's 6 runners. And to be fair, on the figures, it's got no chance. It's got loads to find. However, it was favourite for a race at Cheltenham just 34 days ago. It was far too keen, and it didn't really jump that well. However, clearly it's a talented horse. And I think if it settles, it could, at best, run a place. I think it's better than what it's shown so far this season. And I think with them trying this trip again, better things are thought of. Maybe could it be a Stayers Hurdle candidate? I don't know. It's got an awful lot to find, and it's got to show something in this race if that could be the target. And finally, this is for Borat. Is it Borat Shemedi? Whatever it is. I just remember that part of the username. It comes up in 2 different things. One time it'll be Borat Shemedi. Another time it'll be your username. My selection for that race is Copper Fox at 20-1 in the 3 at Doncaster, paying 4 places instead of 3. This horse is coming off a wind operation. Well, it's ran once since a wind operation. I don't like it when they've been over chase fences. So this horse has been over chase fences. If this horse settles okay, improves its first run, appreciates a step up in distance, this has got every chance when they're paying first 6 in this race. So those are the selections for Friday. Fingers crossed for what is already a shocking day's racing on Saturday. But if you can give me a like or a subscribe, those are the selections for Friday. So the very best of luck. Let me know in the comments what you think. The very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.